Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about the greatest love story. Going to talk about it today, and it's the best-selling one on the planet. It's been there for years, heck, decades, centuries even. You guessed it, and wow, what a book it is. Actually, it's 66 books, and let's take a look at some of the different forms of love that's in it. Right off the jump, it had God realized that Adam needed to have a partner. So he literally made him the perfect mate. And then God loved Noah so much that he decided to give the entire world another shot through Noah's family. And then after that, there's Abraham and Sarah and Jacob and Ruth and Mary and Elizabeth and so many other examples of love in the Bible that heck, I could be here for days just talking about all of them, and I don't think anybody wants that. So I'm going to kind of abbreviate it here, but you can sit down and read it for a long time. But in short, the Bible's made up of God loving the world so much that He sent His only Son down here to save the world, not to condemn it. He sent Him to be the ultimate sacrifice, to take on the sins of the world, so that we could be in the presence of God. That's the unconditional love of a father. And it's quite literally the best example of love that could ever be given. And before I could go on to the next part of the AskAPop, I want to give a little bit of a personal confession or aside for you. Whenever I'm in a position where I feel as though I might have been wronged or taken advantage of a little bit, and I start to get a little angry, and before I get that's not fair, starting to crank up and start getting a little angry and start to consume me, I'll stop and I'll think, how not fair was it for Jesus to take on the sins of the world when He didn't have any of His own? And that definitely makes me stop and put things into perspective. Okay. Confession aside, now on to the finale of this AskAPop. Did you know that there is an actual love story in the Bible? If not, you might want to check out Song of Songs or Song of Solomon, depending on the Bible version that you have. It's a really awesome read, and I figured it was, coming up on Valentine's Day, I thought it would be neat to share that with you guys. Anyway, God bless you all. The Bible verses today are 1 Peter 2:22 through 25, and the second Bible reading today is Song of Songs. The whole book, if you can read it, it's kind of a fun read. As far as questions go, do you think of the Bible as a love story? And will you now? Had you ever heard of Song of Songs before? God bless you. Have a great day.